Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Oh, I've got a whole lot there. Let's put them back and see. We can just get one for you. Here we go. Courage, great. I think this might be applying to here. Let's just have a look. Fairy Tarot. We've got balance coming in. Bottom of the Fairy Tarot is Two of Summer. So this is another love card, so that certainly seems to be a theme. Okay. All right, so let's just have a look and see. All right, let's just start here. Okay, so we've got ninth house. Ninth house is, as I said, everything to do with international things. So like it could be international travel. It can also be long distance travel. So hopefully wherever you are, that is an option for you at some point. But if it's not, if you're not able to, then it could be something that you're longing to, or that you may be sort of thinking about. But it can also be exploration or adventure. Now, this can be physically, obviously, something like that. I mean, you may want to drive across the country if you can't fly, things like that. But it could also be in the mind. So this is in the form of, reading, anything like that, learning, but normally higher education. So this is normally university level or adult education. But it can also be exploring concepts with regards to religions, belief systems, and philosophy and things like that. So it's understanding wider concepts, perhaps coming into contact with people who are foreign or foreign cultures and things like that. From a business perspective, it can be import-export as well. So all of those aspects come in. It's also the house of law and the higher courts. So you may be either studying the law, or you're involved in it in some way, or something is coming up to do with that, or it could be that you are actually involved in a legal situation. It just depends on where you are in your life and what is actually unfolding for you. It's also the house of publishing, and therefore legal things may be coming in as well. It's also the house of teaching, so that may be applicable for you. And it can also be the house of your relationship with your in-laws, if you have that in your life. And it's really the exploration of finding the truth, actually seeking wisdom, seeking the truth, and seeking going through the intuitive processes that happen when you are in that process of discovering, or when you are searching for something. So as I said, through religion or philosophy, it's searching for an understanding, a deeper understanding of things. So all of that comes in, and it really is, it's your intuitive processes, what you go through. It can involve prophecy as well. And it's discovering your depths of belief and in yourself, and also in others, and how you see that unfolding for you. Now we've got Virgo, I analyze here. So this is a card of detail. All right, so that may be important for you in this situation. So it could be that you are in a legal thing and you're needing to examine details in some way. But it could also be to do with writing and publishing. That does come under Virgo as well, and that is the ninth house. It can also be like sifting and sorting things, actually, analyzing things, and coming to some sort of decision, or weighing up the pros and cons. going through the processes of working things out. Is it suiting you? Isn't it suiting you? Or to do with something in the ninth house. And obviously, if it's learning, then it's understanding that on a deeper level, and working through perhaps a lot of in-depth knowledge, or legally it could be just really examining details and and going down to a smaller level. But it can also be to do with your sort of understanding of things. Now, this can be, as I said, on a sort of a constructive advisory level, so that may be applicable for you. But it can also be just, you may be coming in to assist either yourself or somebody else with sifting and sorting through things, analyzing data, and coming to a conclusion, or to help them make a decision, or help yourself make a decision. Now, it can also be about decluttering. So this can be in any way, shape, or form. And this may be, if you're writing a document, it may be too wordy, or there may be too much in it and you have to trim it down. So it's kind of got that precision about it. But it can also be emotional decluttering as well. So in your ninth house, that can be to do with your understandings of things, your philosophy, your religion, and your belief systems. From an education point of view, that can be about coming to an understanding of things, and sifting out of your documents what is the most important to you, and what is the most important from an understanding point of view. But it can also, with the that sifting and critical understanding, and sifting and sorting and analyzing, you can go too much the other way, and that slips over into nitpicking or very critical expression. So that may be work against you in some ways. In some ways, obviously, it can be very helpful, but it can also go the other way, and it could be a little bit difficult for, if you're trying to move something forward and you're being overly critical about it, sometimes it can actually block things quite seriously. So just take it as it resonates for you. And the other aspect of this is worry. So it could be that you are overly concerned, or you are overly worried about something, and this may be actually affecting your health, because the Virgo does affect the sort of the general health and well-being, and going too far, almost obsessive, so worrying about everything, worrying that something is going to go wrong, worrying about the smallest details, because as I said, details come in here, but you don't want to go to such a degree that it actually impedes your growth, or it impedes your ability to function. So just take it as it resonates for you in this house. But certainly some level of detail is required here. And also decluttering. Now, with Diana, focused intention, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. All right. So I feel this may be just about removing excess data, or removing excess from around you that is not needed, that's not going to support you, is not helping you move forward. And this could come up in many different ways in the ninth house. It could be that you've cluttered up your life with a belief system which is just not serving you anymore. Or it could be that you're studying something, you've just got too much, you haven't actually filtered it down. So this is about focused intention. It's the bow and arrow, having a target in mind, and absolutely focused on that target. And it's the drawing back of the bow is the most powerful part. Letting go of the arrow is already, it's part of the motion, but it's the drawing back and the focusing on the target that is where the power all comes in, and then it comes to that point, that pause, and then you let it go. So just think about that when you are focusing on details, or when you are homing in on some sort of level of analysis, or coming to some sort of precision, or some sort of critical thinking, or analyzing, or weighing things up, the pros and the cons and so on. Don't get so bogged down in detail that it spills over and overwhelms you, and then it will create worry, or, as I said, you get overly critical and so on. So just weigh it up, but stay focused on your target. Don't worry about naysayers and skeptics. This is about you and about what is right for you in this situation. And have a target in mind. Have a set path, a specific way that you want to go, and then use your critical thinking to actually help you to weed out what is not helpful for you, and what is not going to assist you, what is not supporting you at this time. We've got here 6th house. So this is the house of work, workplace, and work colleagues. It can also be mastery of your craft. So this may very well come into the 9th house, where you are dealing with you know, some sort of craft, whatever it may be, and actually honing that down. So this is also about health, diet, well-being, and your lifestyle. And all of those go hand in hand. So these are your daily routines around that. It can also be about your pets as well, if you have pets that may be popping in. But really, it's about balancing all of that, looking after your health and your diet and your well-being, and making sure your lifestyle supports the way you want to live your life. Okay, so if you are somebody who travels a lot, or who actually does spend a lot of time moving around, then your health and your diet and your well-being and your lifestyle needs to support that. You need to be observing that and eating well and looking after yourself, sleeping well, and so on, to support your body through all those changes. Or it could be that you are working hard and you've got a lot on your plate, and you're now trying to sift and sort and get things sorted out. So just take it as it resonates for you in this. But it's your daily routines, very much focused here on what you're doing, and mastery of that, and doing the very best you can to support yourself as you move forward. So now at the top here, you've got on a leap of faith, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And then at the bottom here, you've got moon soul. So whatever it is that's coming up for you in the 6th house, there's something that you want to initiate, something that you want to do. And this is very much about possibly rearranging your daily routines, whether it's work related. I mean, you may not go to a workplace for then, well, then it's how you are mastering your craft, wherever it is that you work from, or whatever it is that you do. So there may be some sort of leap of faith which is required as regards to which direction you need to go, or how you're going to actually adjust your routines to make this leap of faith, this change of direction, actually work for you. You want this to work for you. And so this is going to require some thought, but there's going to be something that's going to require some element of risk for you. And this is something that you need to do, something that you really need to follow up on, and change something about what it is that you're doing on a daily basis. And so, put your heart's true desire into action. So this is about getting in touch with what really is right for you, and going for that as much as you can, and making changes as necessary to accommodate the direction that you need to go. If it's relationship based, then it's also your change of routines. Perhaps you are some of you may be traveling to be with your person, if this is a relationship focus for you, and therefore your routines are changing, your work is changing, and your health and your diet and your well-being, and how is this all going to mix together. So it could be that aspect coming in for you as well. Now we've got here moon soul. So this is indicating that your emotions are going to be quite high, or emotions around you. And this is also about nurturing. And this goes very well with the 6th house, because that is about nurturing your health, your diet, your well-being, and your lifestyle. Your well-being is primary, because everything flows from that. So you could be needing to just be aware of that. Also be aware of your moods. And your habits. That comes in with the moon. All right, the moon rules that aspect of your life. And there may be, as I said, something that you need to change with regards to this. Perhaps managing your moods a little bit better, or your habits. Perhaps your habits are changing at this time. And you to accommodate another person, to accommodate a change in direction, or some sort of coming together. And so therefore what it is that you're contemplating or changing will affect coming together with another person. So all about that, but it's also deep emotions, and this is about following your intuitions and your instincts. Now you had the 9th house, which is very much about your intuition level, going with that. And Virgo is kind of those analytical processes, but sometimes intuition rules above the analytical side. So this is, it all comes down to instinct now, okay, with the moon. So there may be something that you need to navigate purely on that basis. So go with what you are feeling deeply, and just look after yourself as you are going through this process. There may be a female influence involved here, or it could be you tapping into your feminine wisdom. So take it as it resonates, whether you're masculine or a feminine, we've got both. So you need to have both balanced in order to have a fulfilling life. And so this is about tapping into that moon energy. So something could also be revealed for you under the light of the moon. Something could be coming up that has not been revealed, or you could be involved in something which is not being broadcast to the general, to everybody around you, or not many people know what it is that you are working on or what you are planning on doing. So this could have some sort of secret element to it, or just keeping quiet. Okay. Now, with the moon element, this is very much about, as I said, your moods and your habits. So there may be periods where you just need to withdraw periodically and just take a break and recenter yourself, spend time alone, or just go through a period of nurturing, and just to balance things out. But it can also bring in quite a bit of nostalgia and sentimentality, and you want to just be in touch with your emotions but not wallowing in them. All right, so you need to you kind of got to balance both. You've got to balance the analytical side but also the emotional side, and come to a middle path. So it's the depth of emotion, but you use your analytical side to help you navigate as well. But go by your instinct. That is going to be important in this 6th house, which, as I said, is work related, or your projects, what it is that you're working on, your mastery of your craft, but also your health, diet, and your well-being and your lifestyle. Use your intuition and your gut feelings to guide you. And as I said, something may just be coming out, or you're seeing something now under the light of the moon. It can also be that something is birthing, something is coming to light. It can also be that crowds are coming in with this, and this can be like sudden fame or sudden notoriety, or something, your profile is raised in some way, and that involves your daily routine, something that perhaps you've been working on and now you're rising to prominence in some way. But there is definitely a leap of faith, some sort of taking a risk, going for something that you've perhaps been thinking about, or that is now suddenly coming into your presence. You're going to be focusing on it now. Now we've got here 3rd house. So this is the house of communication. So this is everything to do with written, verbal, and even body language comes in here. It also covers contracts and documents. All right. So whether this is to do with the legal situation, or to do with publishing, or to do with learning, or just following some other aspect which is to do with your your belief systems, tracking your intuition, seeing things from that sort of point of view, whatever it may be, this is the absorption of all of that, the verbal and the written side, and documents and contracts may be coming in for you. It can also be about short trips, so you may be doing that in conjunction with a long trip. Just take it as it resonates. It can also be communication with other people in general, but also specific family members. So this can be general relatives, but usually it's aunts, uncles, cousins, and even siblings. And also neighbors may come in here as well. But I do feel there's something that needs to be said, or something that needs to be forgiven, or something that needs to be transformed in here. And possibly it's to do with a loved one. Perhaps it's to do with this person, somebody's coming in. And there's some aspect of this which is requiring the courage, all right? The courage to actually, I feel, to open up and look at things that may have been painful for you in the past, all right? Take the courage. Or it is the courage to actually express this kind of forgiveness of a situation, so that you can free your energy to move forward, all right? There's something to do with that coming in. Chiron is always about coming to terms with something, but it's about pulling it out. Now, this is normally situations or situations to do with other people, or situations in your life which were painful for you, or just a difficult experience. It can be past life, but obviously it applies to your current life as well. So this is something that's happened in the past, or it could have been fairly recently. It may also be a reoccurring pattern. and you always, it's kind of, oh no, this is happening again. The circumstances may be slightly different, or the people may be a little bit different, or the situation, you know, where you are may be different, but it's the same feeling keeps coming up, or the same outcome. And this is usually because the original time that it happened, the original wounding, was never really dealt with, was never really resolved. All right, so it can be a physical wounding, but more than likely this is something to do with communications with others, I feel, because it's in your third house. All right, now this could be family members, those specific family members I mentioned to you. So something may have happened in the past and it's been like a thorn in your side since then, but you've suppressed it. Now this is about pulling that out and bringing it into the light. We have woundings like this and they never really heal, and the only way to make them heal is to open them up to the light, to allow the light in, to examine it really, really honestly, and see that that wounding had a place in your life. It has shaped you. It has created all sorts of things, which were all learning experiences. That's what we come here to master, the learning experience, how to master life in all its shapes and forms. And this comes in the form of contracts that you have with people in this lifetime. So these can be family members, as I said, they could be soulmates, various other situations. You know, each of you play a role in each other's lives, and each one is playing a role. So think of a big play. You've recruited certain people to play roles in your life, however you perceive that, whether it's good or bad or whatever. And likewise for them, you have a contract, all right? So whatever went down, it's time to examine that situation, pull out all the feelings, leave nothing hidden, and do a forgiveness ritual on it. And this is just releasing your energy from that situation, acknowledging that it has had a place in your life, that has shaped you. It was a learning experience. It was necessary. It showed you a lot of things, and you worked out a lot since then, and you've grown since then. So, but you know, it's about pulling that out, examining, accepting it, that it has a place in your life, and then do a forgiveness ritual and release it. And then it should not reoccur. All right. And it takes you all through those phases, but it's also going to be like a key for you, where it actually, that whole process that you go through, the whole routine of pulling it out, examining it, accepting it, and then releasing your energy from it, so that you can pull that energy back to yourself. Otherwise it stays trapped in that incident forevermore, and it just drains you, you know, all the time. So you need to pull it back. And once you go through that process, that helps you tremendously, because now you can assist others. So that may be a profession for you, or you may be able to help others in this situation. You may be able to assist others through this kind of transformation, and it really is important. And how you go about it is the process that you go through. You can take advantage of natural therapies to assist you with this. Chiron rules all natural therapies, natural remedies, and any kind of therapy. It can be homeopathy, which works on many levels, from physical right through to mental and emotional. It can be naturopathy. It can be any chiropractor, even the study of natural remedies, natural things all come in. Also medicinal comes in under Chiron. Also spending time in nature. Nature is a wonderful healer, and you learn a lot through nature, and obviously what nature provides, the essences and the herbs and so on. So all of that may be helpful for you. So discover, learn, try different things, but be open to the process, open to bring those painful wounds up, or whatever they may be, for healing, and that will help you move forward. But I do feel something needs to be expressed here, because this is the third house. So this is expression. This is talking. This is writing. Even if you write a forgiveness letter, or, however you want to do it, there's lots of ways that you can do this. Write it, express everything, and then either send them the letter, or do a forgiveness ritual where you once you've expressed everything in writing, then you burn it, or whatever. There's lots of different ways to deal with this, but get guidance if you are unsure. And but there's some sort of expression that is required here to release you from this energy. We've got butterfly maiden, so transformation. This is all the butterfly energy. So, whether you are just going through this process now, or whether you are in the pupa stage, or whether you're just starting to emerge from this process, all right? You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So it's in the third house. You're going to need the courage to go through this. And she's saying that, don't let this process hold you back. All these painful situations from the past hold you back. You need to let go of them now. Don't fear changes that are coming in for you. This is necessary, it's important, and it's inevitable. And this is going to bring tremendous growth in for you. And on the other side of this, you will find your happiness, all right? So that's what she's saying. It's a very necessary, very important stage that you're in, and you want to get to that butterfly stage. So do the processing, do the work, and allow this beautiful energy to come in for you, but don't fear it, all right? Don't be afraid. All will be well. Now we've got here balance. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There is no need to rush. All right. So as I said, this is, it could be things to do with family issues. Perhaps it's far past family problems or woundings that occurred. And there's communication. There's some sort of discussion perhaps that's got to come in here. Whatever it may be. You must find resolution, all right? But Chiron is very much about going within, and it's wisdom through pain. But you've got to open up the wound in order to get the light in, all right? You can't bury it or suppress it. Sooner or later, it's going to pop out. So it's saying in order to bring this balance in, just take everyone's input into consideration. That's very much a third house because it relates to certain people in your environment. And look at all the viewpoints and come up with a solution. So, and take your time, and, there's no need to rush. And this is why you've got the butterfly maiden, because as I said, you may be still in the pupa stage, the chrysalis stage, and you're still going to go through that process to get to the other side. Now you've got here grand trine blessings coming in. So whatever is occurring for you, this is, I feel once you've got through this process, you're going to be removing blocks, or the universe is going to remove blocks for you, because this is about that flow, harmony, and moving forward without impediments. So blocks and problems that were appearing for you before will just magically dissolve or disappear or just melt away. So this grand trine blessings is about that. It's about flow now. So this can be just a general feeling of harmony, contentment, and just feeling the blessings, really feeling that lovely feeling of that deep sort of blessings, like you're just in the right place at the right time, that things are just moving very well now and you feel in tune. It can also be completion. So this, once you go through this process, and I feel once you've healed the situation, then you will feel that deep completion, and then it's like resolution. Magically those blocks that were sitting there before will be removed. And this can also be the rising up of talents and abilities or skills, natural talents and abilities or skills, just something, they start to come to the surface, or you start to get in touch with them. And that could very well be, as I said, with the Chiron. This process that you go through will help you tremendously, and you'll be able to help others, or you could learn a tremendous amount from it. This is also very good for anybody who's learning, taking exams and things like that. The third house is about learning, and also the ninth house is also about learning, and the sixth house is about the routines that you go through. So you could be completing some sort of study at this time, and just feeling that completion and that blessing that comes from having got to the other side. And this whole learning process has been a transformation, all right? So during the course of this learning, you may have had to do some deep digging, all right? It could have been a course of psychology that you're doing. Maybe you're getting a degree, or you're learning something about the law, and this is bringing up issues that you've faced in the past, whatever it may be, okay? But this is bringing in, if those blocks are being removed, your way is clear now, and it's that feeling of harmony, blessings coming in, just really enjoying this wonderful, abundant time of life. And the blessings could just drop into your lap, or it could just be that things are flowing all of a sudden. With this grand trine energy, be aware that you still have to steer your ship. You still have to anchor those blessings down, all right? So follow up whatever comes to you, whatever appears to you as being a blessing, and anchor them down. So steer your ship, and follow up, and still make the direction that you want to go in. create the direction that you want to go in. But you're going to have this impetus behind you, and just feeling blessed in general. Now, as I said earlier on, a lot of this could be relating to relationships. Perhaps you are removing relationship blocks at this time, or you are communicating with a loved one, and you're communicating about painful issues from the past. Perhaps it's to do with past relationships, or it could be, if you're in a long-term relationship, it could be about releasing pain from experiences that you've been in with this person, or it could be from past relationships, past experiences. And you're now going through this forgiveness process, and you're expressing that in some way, shape, or form, and that is what is bringing the transformation in. But you're going to need your courage to do this, okay? So you've got here Guinevere, true love. So the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So whether this is a new love coming in and you're now opening up to receive this, or whether this is the regeneration or the renewal of love in your existing relationship, all right? So whatever it is that applies to you, but it's saying that it's saying that in the past your romantic needs have not been met. So, you know, being Aquarian, can sometimes happen because you're in the air element, and emotions sometimes can bog you down. You prefer to be removed from that, all right? So it may have been that you have blocked that in some way. And now this is saying to you that you need to open that up to bring that romance into your life. And you can create it for yourself. It doesn't have to come through somebody else, but it's that lovely feeling of opening up, getting in touch with your emotions and getting in touch with the nitty-gritty of a relationship, you know, opening up. And this, as I said, could be to do with past woundings, and there's communication involved here. And so it's opening up to that, but get in touch with this deep emotional side of yourself. And with the moon, this is certainly going to be the case. And open up, and don't be afraid, because it's a transformation that you are going through at this time, right? Have the courage to open up. Welcome this energy into your life. And it's true love. You know, when the flowers are out, for some of you it may be spring that this becomes apparent, but it's any time that you're seeing flowers that you can also bring flowers into your home. You can bring growing things into your home, bring the romance into your environment, light candles, you know, decorate your home so that it's loving and supportive, and got a few little luxuries, and do things for yourself which are romantic and which are loving. Love yourself, and then you can love another. So make sure that you're opening up to the romantic energy, to love energy, which is universal. You know, love is universal, and it translates into personal love. But nonetheless, love is the language of the universe. So make sure that you're connecting to that and bring it down into your environment. Create it for yourself, and then you can create it for another. And then the bottom of the fairy tarot is the Two of Summer. So falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. All right. So this is what I said here about this forgiveness rituals. There's lots of ways that you can go about forgiveness. As I said, it really depends on you. You can do the Ho'oponopono. It's like a prayer where you just say, I'm sorry. There's a whole rhyme, you know, that you go through. It's a few sentences, short sentences that you recite. And you say those on a daily basis, every day, until you feel the energy shift. Or you can just go through a process. You can go for healing. You can go through a therapy. You can get somebody to help you. You can use flower essences. There's lots of ways to bring about this forgiveness. But it can also be literally writing things down and releasing forgiveness. It can also be discussion, you know, being open and forgiving that situation and forgiving yourself and your part that you took in it, so that you can release yourself from it. That ball and chain, or that connection, that cord that attaches you to that. But there is a forgiveness ritual that is required from you here. And this is what it's saying. So if it's an existing relationship, then there may be this that is required from you. Or you could just be falling in love or making a serious commitment, but there's expression. There's something that needs to be discussed, and it may involve a contract or a document as well. You may have to change your lifestyle a little bit. And it's your belief systems. You know, what do you believe in? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in universal love? How are you going to bring this in? But be open to it, and it will transform your life. Okay, Aquarius, hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Have a wonderful, wonderful month, and I will see you next time. Take care.